Okay, this will probably be the last video for the PowerPoint, but then I'll have to make another video or two with examples because I realized that this PowerPoint hasn't included some things that are really needed that the book has that it didn't put in the PowerPoint. So you'll definitely want to watch the example videos because I'm going to go through all of the example problems in the chapter. And I really think that that will be helpful for homework and quiz and test purposes. All right, so the next slide is about covalent compound names. So basically what you do with these is there are two rules similar to what you had with the ionic ones. You will name the first element, and depending on how many there are, you might have to add a prefix. And then you're going to end it with the second element stem name followed by "ide." So that might be totally confusing. So let me give you some examples here. So for instance, if the first element, let's just say that the first element is, let's do CO2. All right, so how do we know how to name this one? So if the first element only has one, when there is no subscript is the number that's below here, then that means that there's just one of those. So if there is no subscript, if there's just one of the element, then you just name it carbon. And then for this one, you have to look at how many there are. Well, there's two. So that means that you start it with di, and it's oxygen. So the stem name for oxygen is ox, and you end it in ide. So carbon dioxide. Does that make sense? All right, so let me show you another one really quick. Because if it starts with anything, let me erase this too. If it starts with anything besides just one, like carbon dioxide, I'm going to write that up here so that you know what I'm saying. Carbon dioxide just had one carbon. But if I have something like, let's do H2O. So hydrogen has how many? Well, it has two. So now you have to use a prefix. So if the first element has two or more, then you have to use a prefix. So what is the prefix for two? Well, it's di. And then you go over here to, for the first one, it's just dihydrogen. So you just write the whole element again. So dihydrogen. And then it does not even matter for the second one. It doesn't matter if it has one, two, whatever. You have to put a prefix. So since there's only one oxygen, then it's mono, and the stem name is ox, and you end it with ide. So dihydrogen monoxide. So H2O, or water, is really known as dihydrogen monoxide. So if we ever get to go to a restaurant again, then you will want to order dihydrogen monoxide and see what your waitress or waiter looks at you like. No, probably shouldn't do that. Okay, so you could have all kinds of other examples here. It gets all the way to a prefix of 10, so deca, and it gives you all of the stem names for, what you're going to be dealing with. So I'm going to have to do another video that's going to have those examples. I'm not sure that that's going to be uploaded today. It might be. If not, just be looking for it. It'll be on there at least by tomorrow. So anyway, hopefully this helps you guys get started on some homework for Chapter 9. Of course, we will have a quiz this week, and then next week we'll have a test, an actual exam over Chapter 8 and 9.